In 2018, the Trump administration instituted the zero tolerance policy. This policy allowed for the forcible separation of children from their parents at the U.S. border. This separation can cause intense trauma on the parents and the children. Wynne Brown helps people that suffer from trauma, stress management, and coping skills.
Let's define trauma first, how we define trauma. So we used to think of trauma as rape or war. And now we've expanded the definition of trauma because our limbic system doesn't know the difference between there is a saber-toothed tiger chasing me, I need to run into a cave and stay alive, or daddy comes home drunk every night and I don't know if he's going to be the happy drunk, the mean drunk, if he's going to hit mom, if he's going to hit me. What about the limbic system, which is the part of the brain that is the most active when it comes to abuse or trauma? The limbic brain is the part of our brain that keeps us alive. It's, some people call it our reptilian brain or our mammalian brain. It's the most primitive part of our brain that is meant to keep us alive. It knows smells, sounds, pictures. It's not like our cortex, prefrontal cortex, that thinks.
I'm Precious. I'm a student at Cabrini. I'm a senior, social work.
Precious Jackley is an intern at the Victim Service Center in Montgomery County, where victims of crime call in for help.
So far, a huge percentage of the clients that I've talked to, I've seen like a lot of Hispanic clients, a lot of African Americans. I can't say if the children migrated here, probably their parents are Spanish speaking. So we have Africans that are bilingual. We use language lines. So if we get somebody who is an immigrant who doesn't speak English, there's a phone service that do translation for us. So I sometimes see people who doesn't speak English, but I can't say if it's because of their immigration status, because that's not something that we ask.
Cognitive behavioral therapy helps someone who may have had emotional trauma by having a face-to-face session with their professional psychologist.
So where I intern, we have therapy and we have support groups. So to relax, I guess, will be coping methods that I taught in therapy. So let's say if a therapist feel like jogging works for you, or like taking a walk, or like having a pet, or drawing, art therapy, music. Yeah, so it just depends on the person specifically and what works for them.
The effects of separating a parent from a child is very severe. It can affect how the child learns in school. So many young children were carried through harsh conditions to get to what they thought was protection. Sadly, some have experienced very traumatic family separation.
Victims of abuse can live very good lives. They can move on and live healthy lives. So it's not always because the child experienced trauma, they're gonna grow up to be, like not have like a typical life, because that can definitely happen. But once in a while, you get people who start to have psychological issues, bad coping mechanisms.